The lights are on at South Point High School, and we're set for a battle on the diamond. The Manchester Greyhounds and the Huntington Huntsmen are locked in for a high-energy clash.
And good evening, everybody. And there we go, fix that. Good evening, everybody, from South Point High School, as this evening the Huntington Huntsmen take on the Manchester Greyhounds, a meeting between the Side Valley Conference and the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. This is Hayden Milliken. Glad you could join us for our second broadcast here this evening. The first one being a broadcast between Eastern Megs and Adena. That one ended by a score of 3-2. Eastern Megs winning that one after a pass ball by Adena allowed the runner to advance home and a walk-off in the bottom of the seventh. So we now know that the winner of this one will play Eastern Megs at VA Memorial Stadium. We know that much. And we're going to get to the lineups here in just a moment for Manchester and Huntington. We say 6:30. We'll see exactly what time this one starts here. But Huntington, I will give you a little sneak peek of their lineup here. We know they go for a few different pitchers. Chad Carroll does. And he is going for Braden Elliott this evening. We were wondering if Oyer I don't know where Oyer is on the lineup this evening, but we do have Braden Elliott pitching tonight for Huntington. Again, the winner tonight will take on Eastern Megs. So real quick, first for the starting lineups for the visiting team, they will be batting first, the Manchester Greyhounds. So batting first for Manchester is going to be Traven Hildebrand. He is a junior, followed up by Luke Applegate. And then third on the lineup is Clayton Colvin. Batting fourth is going to be Thomas Barnhart. We've also got Carson Inman. Got after that, I'm trying to find the first names here. We got Braylon Rickett. And then from there, we have Landon Doyle. And then at the bottom of the lineup is going to be Parker Hayslip. So again, Hildebrand, Applegate, Colvin, Barnhart, Inman, Rickett, Doyle, and Hayslip. Looking defensively, pitching for them is going to be Horner. I do not see him batting. It's going to be Leland Horner pitching. Catching is going to be Barnhart. Inman at first base, Hildebrand at second, Applegate at short, and Hayslip at third. Left field is going to be Doyle, center field is going to be Colvin, and right field is Rickett. And now we're going to get to the lineup for the Huntington Huntsmen here this evening. As leading off for Huntington is going to be Seth Throckmorton, the leadoff hitter for them. After him is going to be McDonald, then Matt Jordan, then Braden Elliott, Landon Rowery, then Frankie Hirsch, Alex Long, Cole Barr, who is the designated hitter this evening, and then Gabe Beardsley at the bottom. So again, Throckmorton, McDonald, Jordan, Elliott, Lowry, Hirsch, Long, Barr as designated hitter, and Beardsley. So look at the lineups for the Huntington Huntsmen as we've got them. Now, talking about this, the first baseman for Huntington tonight is going to be Smith. Braden Smith is at first base. However, will not be batting again. In his place is going to be Cole Barr. So got the lineup situated. And again, you look out here for Huntington, the defensive formation for them, as Lowry catching, Elliott pitching, as we mentioned. Smith going to be at first base. Long at second. Throckmorton at shortstop. Third base is going to be Frankie Hirsch. Left field is going to be Jordan. Center field, McDonald. And right field, Gabe Beardsley. So looking forward here, according to the Southeast District Athletic Board, we will move on Saturday. And this is where the follow-up contest will be between the winner of this one tonight and Eastern Megs. We know for a fact that we will have that one. And that one is going to be broadcasting live from VA Memorial Stadium. But for those wondering where we are this evening, we are at South Point High School here in South Point, Ohio in Lawrence County. Long trip out here for everybody involved. Huntington, Manchester, both driving well over an hour to get here on the bus ride over. But both teams making it over safely, where you see right now the Manchester Greyhounds are taking the infield. And we're going to take a look here as well at some of the other portions of Division 6. So again, yes, this one will be played on Saturday as we've got it. And that will be at 4 o'clock for this particular contest. But there'll be quite a few contests held that day. You take a look at Southeast 2 of Division 6. Sims Valley takes on another Side of Valley Conference team in Southeastern, and Waterford takes on Eastern Brown. That game will actually be the one that plays after this one at VA Memorial Stadium, and that one will be at 7 o'clock. Also looking on Saturday, Division 7 competition will be playing that day, as Green and Trimble will take on White Oak and Miller. Again, that one will be held at 1 o'clock at VA Memorial Stadium. And after that, before that at 10 a.m., the winner of Portsmouth Clay and Southern, and I believe Southern might have closed that out. They had a decent lead over Clay at one point. We'll follow up on that. So it may be Southern against the South Webster Jeeps. But again, we'll get confirmation on that here shortly. Had a broadcast for that on Total Media Sports, and we'll see whether or not that one has officially closed out yet or not, or if that one is still in progress. Again, Southern and Portsmouth Clay, and it appears to be over because, no, actually it's still going. Portsmouth Clay and Southern, going to try to get a score on that one real quick and see what things look like heading to the VA Memorial Stadium on Saturday. And right now, the bottom of the 7th, Southern Megs still leads 4-0. So if they close it out, it will be Southern and South Webster again being held as part of Division 7. So you see the clouds a little bit clearer, dark in some places, but earlier the clouds look really dark. Again, being here in South Point, the opposite end of us on the Ohio River. Of course, on one end is Ashland, Kentucky. The other part, Huntington, West Virginia, as we're right here in the tri-state stretch. And just beneath us, the rain was coming down pretty hard. We were told some area games had to be postponed as a result of the weather. In fact, I heard one person even call it a monsoon. A game held just south of us on the other side of the river had to be called off in tournament competition just because of how bad the weather was. And here in a moment, we should have the coaches meeting. Again, coach for Huntington, of course, is none other than Chad Carroll for, again, the Huntsman. And then we're going to pull it up for Manchester. Their coach is Trey Mead. Assistants for him are Carson Reeves and Nathan Colvin. So, again, Mead coaching Manchester, and there he is right now. Coach Trey Mead meeting up out here at home plate, the umpires and Coach Carroll going through the lineups. And once this gets cleared up, we'll have the start of this one. And the first contest went by fairly quick. We made it to 7 innings in that one. After 1, 2, 3 innings through the first 5.5, they did not score in that one until the bottom of the 6th inning when Eastern Megs put up 2 runs. And then after that, in the top of the 7th, Adina put up 2. And then Eastern Megs put up 1 more in the latter half of the frame. And that right there is what sealed the deal for Eastern Megs. And that's, again, who the winner of this one will play tonight. Huntington and Manchester, rather, sorry. So, again, Huntington and the Greyhounds. You take a look at the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. Manchester in there with some tough teams like Lynchburg Clay, who is playing in Division 5 tournament competition tonight against Portsmouth. So we got that one going on, and you talk about just overall look at the tournament, and Shack baseball is actually starting to look a lot better now than it has in years past. Of course, the Southern Hills Athletic Conference comprises of teams such as Lynchburg Clay, Peebles, Manchester, West Union, also North Adams in there, some of the teams within the Shack, and that's not every team in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, but mainly the Adams-Brown County region, going near Highland County as well. So also the Eastern Brown a part of that. So again, going through the coaches meeting right now. Thank you all for joining us on this Total Media Sports live stream. Again, clear skies this evening looks like. So it looks like the weather has passed through, and hopefully it holds off. We were told this evening, and the reason I mentioned this again was we were told this evening that while we were left unaffected earlier with the weather in the other side of the river, we are expecting possible showers in the evening tonight. So while Huntington and Manchester warm up, and while we go through the coaches meeting, we are going to take our first break here on Total Media Sports. And when we come back, we'll have the start of this one between Huntington and Manchester. Don't go anywhere.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Operated full-service print shop, Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Back here at South Point High School, Hayden Milliken here with you. The second of 2 district semifinal contests here this evening at South Point. The nightcap here between Huntington and Manchester. And leading off, of course, Manchester will be batting first here this evening. And leading off for them, Traven Hildebrand, followed by Luke Applegate. And after Applegate is going to be Clayton Colvin. Again, the first 3 batters for them, Hildebrand, Applegate, and Coleman. Hildebrand, the second baseman, Applegate, the shortstop, and Colvin, the center fielder. And you see him out there getting a few reps. Braden Elliott out there pitching for Huntington this evening, committed to the University of Rio Grande. So Elliott on the hill, he's going to be pitching for the Huntsmen tonight. And again, thank you all for joining us on this Total Media Sports live stream. Got the live chat going. Feel free to interact in that as well, to cheer on your side. And talk about this crowd here on hand this evening. Huntington has brought quite a crowd coming all the way from Huntington Township out here to South Point. The bleachers adjacent to us are filled with green, and not Eastern Eagles green from Eastern Megs earlier. These are all Huntington fans pouring in. And on the other end of us, I see some Manchester fans as well, and they got quite a few, but not as many as Huntington seems to have here. Both teams, again, making a really long ride over here. And getting ready to bat here is Hildebrand. So keep it locked in right here. Traven Hildebrand coming up. Again, he is a junior for Manchester. There's number 2. He comes up here, and he steps inside the plate. Getting ready to start this one. As high school baseball underway. Hopefully my voice holds up here. I've already been through one game, and this one is going to be called strike 1 right down the middle there by Braden Elliott. So Elliott gets a strike call there on Hildebrand, so count is going to be 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hildebrand's operating, catches him swinging, strike 2. So Hildebrand down on strikes right now, no balls, 2 strikes. 2 quick strikes here, might I add. And the follow-up here by Elliott, and that one is going to drop low for ball 1, so the count is 1-2. Huntington coming into this with the number 4 seed, Manchester at number 5. So Huntington with a slight edge in the seeding. The 1-2 pitch by Elliott, and this one is fouled off by Hildebrand. So the count does hold here at the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manchester on the way here beat Beaver Eastern in 5 innings by a score of 12-0. That was held back in Adams County at Manchester High School. The 1-2 coming here again from Elliott to Hildebrand. This one goes through the glove of Elliott, and looks like Hildebrand is going to make it on first with a single. So Hildebrand gets himself a base hit, and he gets on. So Hildebrand's first hit is going to be a base hit. So he makes it to first base. And that leads to Applegate with nobody down here for Manchester. Applegate stepping in here. Take a look at his stats real quick. Applegate looking for him. Luke Applegate. He is a junior for the Greyhounds. In 1 on base. Looks in the pitch here by Elliott. And this is going to be a high fly ball out there. Going to try to make the play on it towards right field. And it is going to be caught out there by, looks like maybe Beardsley for out number 1. So there's going to be a called out. Manchester with the fly ball. That one goes towards deep right field. And that one is going to be scooped up all the way out there for out number 1. Doesn't look like Beardsley from this angle, but he'll get one down. So we'll double check on that. So with one away, again now batting for Manchester is going to be Colvin. This is Clayton Colvin, sophomore. Sure, he's of relation to assistant coach Nathan Colvin. Perhaps his child, maybe, who knows. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch here to Colvin, that's going to be called strike 1. Looks like maybe that one got the outside corner. So 1-1 after that pitch from Elliott. Huntington of the SVC had an opportunity to call a couple Huntington games. Close down to the wire when against Pikeman, and then also one that went into extra innings, a heartbreaker for them against St. Trace. The 1-1 coming, and that one is going to be a little bit high, ball 2. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, 1 on base for Manchester, and nobody out. Applegate got on with a hit. Excuse me, Hildebrand did. And Applegate got out, so now we're to Colvin. As Colvin steps in. Count here, 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 away. And the pitch by Elliott, the 2-1. And can't quite get that one to go. Maybe hoping for a swing, ball 3. So quickly a hitter's count here for Colvin. 3 balls, 1 strike. Time called, and Colvin comes in. Interesting note here is Colvin is a lefty. And the pitch coming here. And this one is going to be called strike. Going to try to throw it over to the bag here, and he is going to be ruled safe as Hildebrand is going to be safe at second base. Slides in safe, close one on the bag. The Huntington faithful argue in that one, but nonetheless they are saying Hildebrand is safe on the bag at second base. So that will count as a successful steal for him. So he gets a steal to boot. Count here at the plate is going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. The full count here should be to Colvin, I believe. So here's the pitch, and coming from Elliott, and that's going to be fouled off. Sometimes use a scoreboard to fall back on. Scoreboard's all the way out in deep center field, and the dimensions here at South Point don't have exact numbers, but if you can't tell, it's pretty far out. So again, here's the pitch coming in a moment to Colvin. Elliott's pitch to the center fielder. And that one's going to roll through the glove, and that was indeed, okay, that was 2-2. So now it's a full count, my bad. So now Colvin comes in with a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. And again, we got Hildebrand on second base. Full count pitch come by Elliott, and this one is going to go through. It's going to be a line drive into left field, and Hildebrand rounding third and heading home, and he is going to score, and it's going to be 1-0 as Colvin is going to be safe all the way over at second base. So Colvin will get himself a 1-run RBI double. So Colvin gets himself on second base. Looking forward now to Barnhart batting for Manchester. Stepping in here as Thomas Barnhart comes up. We have him as a sophomore. Ball 1 there called. After that pitch by Elliott, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, but a run has scored here in the inning early for Manchester in the first. And here's a pitch. That one's going to be a fly ball. Going to try to make a play on that one over in left field. And makes it. It's going to be caught out there by Jordan for out number 2. And that is going to be a fly ball. F7. Barnhart is out. Now we make it to sophomore Carson Inman. As I look here through the roster for Manchester, very underclassmen heavy. Only Horner is a senior, and he's pitching, not batting. So we'll do process of elimination. And Horner pitching, he's after Inman. So it's Inman, Horner, Rickett, Doyle, Hayslip. So Horner is indeed batting. Okay, I thought maybe he had a DH in his place, and the 0-1 coming. And that is going to be called strike there on Barnhart. Inman rather, my bad. So it is going to be no balls, 2 strikes. Been a long day here at South Point. Again, this is the nightcap. I went through one game, went down to the wire of the walk-off. And the 0-2 coming here in a minute. No calls time. So Inman steps off for a moment. Again, 1 run has scored here, 2 away. 1-0. Manchester has taken a 1-run lead over the Huntsmen. Down on strikes right now, 0-2. Elliott gets signal, looks in, pitch to Inman, catches him swinging for strike 3 and out number 3. So Inman strikes out, but in the inning for the Huntsmen, they are able to score a run and got a couple hits to boot. So the score is Manchester 1, Huntington 0, with the Huntsmen coming to bat. And we'll be right back in just a second on Total Media Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
And back here at South Point, 1-0 is the score. Manchester strikes early after an RBI brings in a run there. That RBI courtesy of Colvin for Manchester. So 1-0 to score with Throckmorton, McDonald, and Jordan waiting on deck. Seth Throckmorton, the leadoff hitter this evening. He is one of the seniors for Huntington. Now on the flip side, we were talking about the underclassmen-heavy Manchester squad where we can only find 1 senior. For Huntington, on the other hand, quite the contrary, as they have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors in comparison to Manchester's lone senior, the pitcher Horner. You see Horner out there warming up on the hill. Again, he's pitching for the Greyhounds this evening. As getting ready to come in here in just a minute, Seth Throckmorton. 1-0 the score in the bottom of the first inning here at South Point. It's Coach Carroll making his way to third base. Get ready to step in here with Throckmorton. Bottom half of the first inning again. Winner moves on to VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe. It'll be close to home for the Huntsmen. A long ride either way you put it for the Greyhounds. Back-to-back long trips for them. Again, Manchester all the way in Adams County. And the pitch coming from Horner, and that is going to be low and outside to Throckmorton for ball 1. This is going to be 1 ball, no strikes. That's the count here. Leadoff hitter for the frame. And the pitch to McDonald, and that is going to be ball 2. Not within reach. 2 balls, no strikes. Throckmorton comes in here again. 2-0 coming from Horner. Just a moment. He looks in. The 2-0 pitch to Throckmorton. Gets that one to go in the middle there. Called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Following up again will be McDonald and Matt Jordan. And that one's going to be low and in for ball 3. Now a hitter's count here as Seth Throckmorton is on with a 3-1 count. Here comes the 3-1 offering from Horner, and that is going to be ball 4. So Throckmorton is going to make it to first base as a result of a walk. And that brings up Junior McDonald. Junior McDonald, second on the lineup here. McDonald, a freshman. There are 5 freshmen we have here for Huntington. Junior McDonald, Alex Long, 2 of those playing, and then 3 not playing are Sams, Baker, and McKnight. Just don't expect them to right now. Slides back in over there. Throckmorton safe on the bag. And the pitch coming here. Maybe thinking about that bunt, but pulls back and was a little bit of a low pitch as well. So steps back with that one again. McDonald batting here for Huntington. Junior McDonald. I believe it's 1 ball, no strike. So he comes back on again. Right-handed batter here, Junior McDonald is. So still thinking about that bunt. Gets that one to roll on the first baseline, and they're going to say it fouls off. Goes just behind the line there. And one thing you will notice about the field here at South Point, if you get a good view on the cameras, is you see the third baseline. You can see it beyond the first baseline as well. We talked about it in the first broadcast. Foul line not visible past the infield as there's no marked outfield foul line. Throws that back over to Throckmorton, and that is going to be safe. So I think they're working on it. They're starting to get it fixed up, it looks like. And it looks like an advance over to second. Throckmorton slides in safe. Can't quite get the play over on the bag, as now it looks like Hildebrand couldn't make the tag in time. They did actually fix that. I mean, I was just made aware of that moment. They did fix it up a little bit. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. McDonald, as Throckmorton has stole second base. Both teams with a steal here. As regrouping now and taking a quick time as Barnhart comes up here to talk to Horner. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Horner now, and also going back over is Barnhart. So 2-1 to McDonald. Looks in, pitch coming, 2-1. And this one is going to be picked up over there. Going to try to make the play to first. Yes, Hildebrand connects to Inman, the 4-3. And that puts away a runner for Huntington. As McDonald is out, and that is out number 1. And Throckmorton advances to third base off of that. So Seth Throckmorton does move ahead, and Matt Jordan comes up. Jordan batting here. Another one of the seniors for Huntington. With 1 away, pitch coming. That's going to be high there by Horner. And that's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here at South Point High School this evening. Near Ironton, Cold Grove area in Lawrence County, Ohio. We haven't talked about it. Near the tri-state line, near Ashland, Kentucky. Huntington, West Virginia. Gets that curveball to go. Strike 1. Good pitch there to the credit of Horner. So that does make it an even 1-1 count to Jordan. And 1 away, looking in, pitch, and that one trying to get it to go again, but that one goes low and not quite picked up by Barnhart. That one goes into the dirt for ball 2. So now the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt Jordan steps back in again. Seth Throckmorton on the corner at third base. Manchester with a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the first inning. And the pitch coming to Jordan. That is going to be high, ball 3. Bit of a high pitch. So that leads to a 3-1 count. Another hitter's count situation here. With 1 away. The 3-1 by Horner. Gets that one to go, and the count is full, 3-2. Full count. And Horner's full count pitch with 1 down. Catches Matt Jordan swinging, and that is going to be out number 2. A strikeout recorded for Horner. And again, 2 down now for the Huntsman. Braden Elliott coming in now. Two away for the Huntsman with Seth Throckmorton on third base. And first offering coming here to Elliott. And this one is going to be fouled off. That one goes into the abyss. No balls, one strike. Shout out to our stream crew here this evening. Wyatt Martin, Sean Schumacher, helping make these streams possible. Been working double duty alongside myself, and this one's fouled off to the fence. 0-2. Been a long day here in South Point. Already got through one full 7-inning broadcast, but no rest for the weary. No balls, 2 strikes. The count here now to Braden Elliott. And the pitch coming, and that one is going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bit of a high pitch there, maybe hoping for a swing. With 2 away, 1-2, the offering coming. And the pitch, and this one is going to be fouled again to the fence. So the count holds at 1-2 for the moment for Elliott. The at-bat continues. Score here, Manchester 1, Huntington nothing. Still in the first inning, so early yet here in the nightcap. 1-2 coming, and that's going to be a high pitch, ball 2. High, maybe a little bit close from this angle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now it's an even 2-2 count to Elliott. Pitch coming, and that one going to be high again. Count is full. Once again, a full count situation for the Huntsman. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes to Braden Elliott. Looks in, Horner's full count pitch, and that is going to be a walk. And that is the second allowed walk by Horner from Manchester. He let Throckmorton walk, and then Elliott followed suit. And both Throckmorton and Elliott are on. Throckmorton on third, Elliott on first. Runners on the corners with 2 away for Huntington. And now we're to sophomore Landon Lowry. Lowry coming in to bat, playing catcher here tonight for Huntington as well. With 2 on now for Huntington. Still 2 outs to deal with, and that's going to be a high pitch. Good read there by Barnhart, quickly getting on that one. That high pitch had wild pitch potential on it. If that would have been the case, Throckmorton could have made it all the way back, but not to be. Again, good awareness there by Barnhart for Manchester. And Barnhart going to try to make the play over to second, and sliding in safely over there is going to be Elliott. So Elliott able to steal second base, slides in safe. Barnhart trying to make the play out in time there, but could not quite get in there. So not able to stop Braden Elliott. And now the count is 2 balls, no strikes. And here's the pitch coming, and that one is going to be ball 3. So hitter's count here, 3 balls, no strikes to Lowry. As Landon Lowry steps in, runners on second and third. Rough situation here for Horner, the pitcher, and that one's going to roll through, and that might advance Throckmorton, and he slides in safe at home. So it is tied up 1-1. Seth Throckmorton makes it back around. 1-1 the score. And not done here yet as Elliott is now on third base. And as a result of a walk, Lowry is on first. So another walk. I was wondering when this was going to come, and they are finally making the trip over there for the visit. So Coach Meade up here talking things over with his pitcher, Horner, and just maybe trying to calm him down here. Talked about it with Eastern Megs and Adina, but it's, as I called it earlier, district semifinal jitters perhaps. And I think, yes, so Horner's going to stay up here. Continuing through the lineup for the Huntsman as Frankie Hirsch comes up next. Hirsch batting here for the Huntsman. Frankie Hirsch, a sophomore. Hirsch and Lowry on the starting lineups, both sophomores for the Huntsmen. Gonna throw this one back over to first and thinking maybe that one was close, but no. Lowry gets back on. So they're saying he's gonna be safe on the bag. Some people wondering if that would have been an out, but nonetheless, Hirsch steps up with 2 away, pitch coming, and that one's gonna be high from Horner. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Tie ball game here in the first inning. One the score in South Point. Pitch coming in. That one drops in. Curveball over to Hirsch. And that's going to be one. It's going to be called strike a moment ago. 1-1. And over to Elliott. And they tried to make the play on him at third base. However, could not make anything happen there. Trying to make some plays here on these bags, but can't get anything out of it. So it is a 1-1 count here to Hirsch. 1 apiece. 2 outs here, and Huntington thus far showing some strength here with a 2-out situation. And the 1-1. That one's going to be a high pitch as well. And looks like Braden Elliott is going to slide in safe at home. 2-1 the score. And both runners that have come home for Huntington have been a result of a pass ball. Throckmorton and Elliott both scoring in this inning as a result of a wild pitch. And these pitches by Horner, at this rate, this continues, and eventually we may have a trip to the bullpen. There's a pitch here. I think they're saying ball on that one, yes. 3 balls, 1 strike to Frankie Hirsch. A 3-1 count. 2-away runner on third base. Pitch coming, and that is going to be ball 4 and another walk. For those doing the math, that is 4 walks here in this inning alone. A rough start here for Horner. As now we're to freshman Alex Long. Lowry is over on third base, looks like. Got Hirsch on first. So runners on the corners here for Huntington. And this one is going to get through. And looks like this one's going to bring in another run for the Huntsmen. As scoring this time around is going to be Lowry. Now it's 3-1. Huntington struck a match, and that's going to be an on base as a result of a hit. So Alex Long gets on first and an RBI. 3-1 now the score. Huntington with a 2-run lead. Cole Barr, the designated hitter, batting now. And here's a pitch, swung on a miss. And he is batting in place of Smith, the first baseman. So on strikes right now. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch by Horner. And this one is going to be fouled off quickly. An 0-2 count here to Cole Barr. 2 outs for the Huntsmen. So if you're Manchester right now, could use a much needed out after giving up 3 runs here in this inning. See what they can do though with it. This pitch coming for foul ball again. Count holds at 0-2. Going through the lineup here again. So as you do the math here, there have been 4 walks and 1 hit for the Huntsmen. You look at that score and you can see the damage that some of these pitches have done from Horner. Runners on first and second. Pitch coming here, and that one's going to hit the dirt. Ball 1. Low and in the dirt. Scooped up there by Barnhart. Leads to the 1-2 offering here momentarily. And 1-2 to Cole Barr. Pitch coming, and this one is going to go over the head of Horner, and that one is going to be scooped up and on the bag on second base to produce out number 3. So in the inning, 1 hit for the Huntsmen, quite a few walks. 4 runners were walked for Huntington, an RBI there by Long, bringing in one of those runs. 3 runs total score, so Huntington has taken the lead as we head into the second inning. We played 1 full here at South Point, and the score is Huntington 3, Manchester 1, and we will be back in just 1 minute on Total Media Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Hayden Milliken back here with you for the top half of the second inning. The score, Huntington 3, Manchester 1. And Huntington getting 2 runs in from wild pitches, and then an RBI debut by Alex Long, the freshman, brings in another one. So again, the score here 3-1 as we continue through the lineup for the Manchester Greyhounds. Coming up here next, trying to keep myself updated, is going to be the pitcher Leland Horner. Talking about Horner, had a rough outing on the hill a moment ago. Again, the lone seniors we've got it for Manchester. Swung on and missed after that offering by Braden Elliott. Catches him swinging. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 offering. And that one's going to drop in. How about that? 0-2. Good pitch there by the senior Elliott. So quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. And not giving Horner a second to rest. The 0-2, and this one is going to drop in. That's going to be a line drive towards right center. And the senior Horner is going to get in as a result of a base hit. So Horner gets the hit. And now Braylon Rickett, the junior, coming up. So 1 on base quickly here for the Greyhounds. Shout out here to the concession stand as well. In between innings, enjoying this loaded hot dog. Got some chili on it and some nacho cheese as Coach Carroll over here talking to Elliott. Calming him down after that base hit a moment ago. With Braylon Rickett waiting on deck. Just talking things out real quick. Coach Carroll making his way back over to the dugout. (3-1) to score. Again, top half of the second inning, no one away yet for the Greyhounds. This pitch by Elliott's going to be called strike. 0-1 the count here to Rickett. Gets it in the strike zone there. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 offering, maybe thinking about that bunt, throws it back over to first, and Horner is safe on the bag. Horner able to slide back in there at first base. So it does lead to a 1-1 count. Elliott the signal, the 1-1, and that one is going to hit the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. Comes a 2-1 offering, and that one going to be ball 3. So in a bit of a spot here, 3 balls, 1 strike to Rickett. Elliott here, and that is going to be called strike two. I think Rickett was hoping for the walk and didn't get it. Count is full. So full count keeps him at the plate. Elliott says not yet, the full count pitch. And that is going to be strike three on Rickett, and he is out of here. That is strikeout number two as we have it for Elliott. So Rickett struck out, one away for the Greyhounds. That leaves Horner hanging on first base for now. As now we are to Doyle. Landon Doyle Jr. See the sun starting to show through a little more here through these clouds. Pitch coming here, and that's going to be called strike one. Sun makes for a beautiful sky sometimes in situations like this. No balls, one strike. And we'll take the sun over rain any day. The 0-1 and pulls back for called ball. Should be 1-1. Again, one down for Manchester. One ball, one strike, one away. Elliott looking in for the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled off. 1-2. Braden Elliott as we have it. Again, these are slightly out-of-date statistics, I believe. This was as of the 19th of May. We're now to the 29th. But when this was calculated, strikeout-wise, +2 here this evening thus far, Braden Elliott was in third place in the SVC. Once I pull that back up here in a moment. Talking about strikeouts with him, there it is. And Braden Elliott has 65. Normally split between him and Oyer. Andrew Oyer behind him at 45. I believe it's the first contest I've been to where Elliott pitches 2-2, and that is going to be strike three and out number two. As Doyle's out, and that should be next to Hayslip. Parker Hayslip, he is a junior. Again, talking about underclassmen heavy team, but when you take a look at it, Hayslip and all these juniors. So quite a few juniors here. So two down, the offering by Elliott, swung on and missed. So no balls, one strike to Hayslip. And Elliott behind just K.B. Perkins in the SVC. Called strike here, moved to the count with a 1.11 ERA. And this was when last calculated. Still, regardless as you throw it, the 0-2, and that's going to be high. To be only second place to a pitcher who helped lead a gold ball winning team in the SVC. Still very remarkable. The count is 1-2 at the plate here to Hayslip. And the sun is coming down bright now. 1-2. And that's going to be strike three. Gets it in there. And another strikeout. And we were just talking about Elliott and his pitching, and there's strike three on Hayslip. No runs brought in here in the inning, and the score remains Huntington 3, Manchester 1 with the Huntsman coming back to bat. We played 1.5, and we'll be back in just a minute on Total Media Sports.
Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop. Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
And back here at South Point, Gabe Beardsley getting ready to bat for the Huntington Huntsmen, followed up by the top of the order with Seth Throckmorton and Junior McDonald. Score here, Huntington 3, Manchester 1. Played 1.5 thus far here, and was talking about it before the break. The sun's starting to show through here more in South Point. Great view though as you come in as well. We're talking about it during the first broadcast, but South Point alongside a hill here basically. You see, we're just on the corner of this big hill as you go up, and it's just a beautiful entrance in here with a rock hill that you have to walk through. As Gabe Beardsley in here to bat again for Huntington, right-handed batter, pitch coming, and that is going to be called strike one from Horner. So no balls, 1 strike to Beardsley. Bottom half of the second inning. And the 0-1 offering, Beardsley going for the bunt and fouls that one back, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Beardsley. Again, Throckmorton waiting on deck. And the 0-2 offering, and that is going to be strike 3 off of only 3 pitches. Gabe Beardsley strikes out. Now to Seth Throckmorton. Top of the order here for the Huntsmen, the initial leadoff hitter here. Throckmorton is 0 for 0 with a walk, statistically speaking. Was walked to first base here by Mr. Horner, and that's going to be called strike 1 off the curveball. So no 1 count. Again, he made his way over to first and made his way all the way back around the bases. Fastball brought him home, and this one's going to be grounded through, and that is going to be a base hit for Seth Throckmorton. As Throckmorton finds that one, the shortstop Applegate couldn't do anything about that. So that is going to be a base hit. Single for Seth Throckmorton, make him 1 for 1 with a walk now. Junior McDonald next up for Huntington. Runner on base. They 1 away for the Huntsman. Potential to do some damage here, and the pitch by Horner is going to be low and away. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. McDonald is 0 for 1 off the 4-3 play. In other words, second base to first base, and got him out at the plate. Throckmorton safe at first after that. Trying to get the tag out, cannot do it. And the 1-0 coming from Horner. That might even be a bit of a high pitch, but fouled off, and that one goes way beyond us. Sounds like maybe it was behind us somewhere in the tent. I'd turn around, but if I turn around, the sun is going to be right in my eyes. 1-1 pitch, and that is going to be high, ball 2. Again, I'll take this over rain any day of the week, given how this spring has been weather-wise. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Junior McDonald. And it looks like this one goes through first. And Throckmorton's going to have an opportunity to make it to second and rounding over to third. Coach Carroll telling him to advance and slides in safely. So Throckmorton rounds his way all the way over to third base. Big play there as an errant throw goes over the head of Inman for Manchester. Now runner just around the corner. So 2-1 the count here to McDonald. Pitch Horner. That looked a little bit close. Ball 3. Had to back away from that one. They might even come close to hitting them, but did not. So it's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike. And the offering by Horner, and that's going to be fouled off. Count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count. And the pitch here, and that is going to be ball 4. McDonald will walk. And that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th allowed walk. Had to refresh there for a minute. And once again, regrouping here with Horner and wonder if the pitching change might be coming, and have not been paying the greatest attention in the world to surroundings. So we'll see if they're going for a change or they're just talking things out here with Leland Horner. Regardless, that allowed walk does put runners on the corners for Huntington. Talking things out. And I think we might have ourselves a pitching change. We'll know in a moment. Clearing off the hill, and I think we are having ourselves a pitching change. We are. There's a relief pitcher coming in here for Manchester. Looks like Applegate is going to move to the pitcher role. So Applegate going to take a second here to warm up. Again, we were talking about him earlier. Luke Applegate, he is coming in from shortstop and is now going to play pitcher. Applegate Jr., we're talking about him for Manchester. So he's going to take just a couple seconds here, warm up. With one down for the Huntsman, runners on the corners. Going to keep it right here for a moment. And thank you all for joining us on this Total Media Sports live stream here at South Point High School in Lawrence County. Long trip to make for these SVC and Shack teams. Nice house here nonetheless. So I see Huntington fans all the way over where Manchester is supposed to be seated, and the lawn chairs are brought out as well. To the right of us, there is a sea of lawn chairs. People getting a nice close up front view. Same thing with Manchester. Bunch of chairs over there positioned, and there's only one row of bleachers on each side, but something nice about Manchester, Manchester's side, should I say, the visitor side of the bleachers where most of Manchester is sitting. It'd be to our immediate left on the other end of the press box that divides us, as there are some picnic tables over there as well. Pitch coming, and thinking about that butt, and going to move up to second is McDonald, and he is going to be safe. So Junior McDonald steals second base. So there's a successful steal. So it is Jordan batting. Matt Jordan the one batting. So Throckmorton on third base. McDonald on second. 2 balls, no strikes. Account here to Matt Jordan. Applegate's pitch coming here. And this is going to be called strike one. I'm trying to situate the infield now that Applegate is pitching. Can't tell from over here with the sun in my eyes whether or not that's Horner in his former position. But it is going to be 2-2 after the foul by Jordan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 count to Jordan. Applegate's offering is going to be strike 3. Able to get Matt Jordan struck out. Now he is 0 for 2, and both at-bats for the senior Jordan this evening have been a result of a strikeout by 2 different pitchers. Braden Elliott here. He was walked his first time around. So he comes up with a walk. And this one is going to go through to the third baseline. They're trying to make the play over to first. And are they saying that he is safe? And not only that, they couldn't hold on to it. So runners are going to score for Huntington. Comes all the way around. McDonald in as well. So the score is now Huntington 5, Manchester 1. Makes it all the way over to second base. A miscue at first base of the bag. Brings in 2 more runs for the inning. So that's 2 runs for this one, 3 for the last one, and counting, might I add, for this inning. Now to Landon Lowry. And the pitch here. Applegate to Lowry. Fouled off to the fence. 0-1. Again, 2 more runs score here. So score is now Huntington 5, Manchester 1 with 2 outs in the second inning. And here's the pitch. And this one is going to be out of reach. 0-2 the count. Catcher dropped everything to try to make that one. See quite a few blonde-haired kids out there, and I don't know if maybe they did the team ritual of bleaching their hair, or this is going to be called strike 3, and that is going to be out number 3. So Lowry is struck out. But it looks like you see a lot of blonde. So I think they all did bleach their hair, showing of team solidarity, you could say, huh? So either way, the score here, as we have made it through, and the score is going to be now Huntington 5, Manchester 1, heading into the third. We played 2 full, and we'll be back here in just a moment on Total Media Sports.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Back here in South Point as we are to the top of the third inning. 5-1 the score right now. And Huntington able to bring in 2 more runs in the second inning. And runs in back-to-back innings. 3 in the first, 2 in the second. As continuing through the lineup here for the Greyhounds. As Manchester comes up to bat. Looks like we are back to the top of the order with Hildebrand. So it's going to be Hildebrand. And then after him is going to be Applegate and Colvin. And that's going to be called strike 1 from Elliott to Hildebrand. So Hildebrand steps in here and pitch coming. That is going to be called strike 2. Quickly down here on strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch here from Elliott. And this one is going to be strike 3. Got him swinging. Bit of a high pitch here, but he swung on it nonetheless. So there's 1 down. And a strikeout as Applegate comes up next. He's 0 for 1 on the evening. Got out his first at-bat back in the first. So the pitch coming to Luke Applegate from Elliott. And that was going to be high fly ball fouled off. So 0-1 the count. So it is an 0-1 count. That foul ball goes way behind us. So an 0-1 count. 1 down here for the Greyhounds. And the pitch come by Elliott, fouled again, 0-2. That one going to the fence. So quickly the count here, no balls, 2 strikes to Applegate. Colvin waiting on deck. And the 0-2 offering from Elliott. Does that land back in? No. Close. It's going to be called ball 1. So that leads to a 1-2 count. Slightly outside pitch here by Elliott, the 1-2. And this one is going to go towards center field. And this one is going to be caught out there for out number 2. All the way out there, McDonald gets it. So make Applegate 0 for 2 on the night. 2 down for Huntington, as next up is Clayton Colvin. Talked about Colvin. He brought in an RBI, and it was an RBI double for him. So he was able to bring in the lone run thus far for Manchester. And that was when Hildebrand scored. So it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes here at the plate now to Colvin. If you remember, that at-bat actually went for a while there for Colvin off those foul balls. That's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So quickly here, a 2-0 count. Here in the 3rd inning, 5-1 to score. The pitch is going to be a bit on the wild side. Nobody to advance. Ball 3. So hitters count here for Colvin. 3 balls, no strikes. So he needs to try to get something to go here. The 3-0 count. And now it's going to be ball 4 off of only 4 pitches. So 1 for 1 with a walk is Colvin. Barnhart coming up next. Fly ball towards left field. Got him out his last at-bat. He's 0 for 1. So with an 0 for 1 stat line, Barnhart coming in. 2 away here. He had a 4-run lead for the Huntsman. Huntington with the lead. In the 3rd inning, pitch coming, and that was going to be a wild pitch, and that is going to advance Colvin to second base. So Colvin now on second. And after that high pitch, it is going to be 1 ball, no strikes. Wild pitch here, called ball. And the 1-0 by Elliott. And that one is going to be playable. They're going to try to get some on that near the dugout, and it is going to be caught for out number 3. Able to get it out, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs brought in here for Manchester, and the score remains Huntington 5, Manchester 1 as we played 2.5, and we'll be back for the bottom half of the 3rd inning in just a moment on Total Media Sports.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Back here at South Point High School, Hayden Milliken here with you. Made it to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, where Huntington has a 5-1 lead over the Manchester Greyhounds here in district semifinal competition. As a reminder, Huntington will go on to play Eastern Megs Saturday evening at 4 o'clock. Huntington or Manchester will go on to play Eastern Megs. And that one will be at VA Memorial Stadium. On the subject of VA Memorial Stadium, thought it was tonight, opening night for the Chillicothe Paints over there. So splitting the time over there between the Paints and high school baseball, as normally tends to fly during tournament time, is split the duties between mainly the district finals. They limit themselves on how many they take, and I believe that is by design because of all that. As batting next for Huntington is going to be Frankie Hirsch, followed by Alex Long and Cole Barr. So Hirsch comes in. He was walked his last at-bat, so he's 0 for 0 of the walk. Ball 1 there from Applegate. It leads to a 1-0 count. In the pitch by Applegate is going to be high for ball 2. High pitch. Good eye there. So it's going to be 2 balls, no strikes. It should be, but there it is. It changes on the board now. And the 2-0 count coming. This is going to be fouled out of play. So it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike the count here. Scout Hirsch, and the pitch coming. And this one is going to be over to second to complete the play to first, and that is going to be out. So there's going to be an out. Hirsch is out. The 4-3 again. So Hirsch can't make anything happen there. He is out. Now to Alex Long. Talk about him, one of the younger players for Huntington. He got himself an RBI earlier. Made the single, first base off. That's an RBI single. Called ball there. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 is the count. And the pitch by Applegate looking here long. That's going to be high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, 1 away now for the Huntsman. Long batting with the designated hitter Barr waiting on deck. And the 2-0 offering by Applegate. Not going to find its mark. Just out of the strike zone for a 3-0 count. So 3 balls, no strikes, showing bunt maybe, but no, that's going to be a low pitch. So Long is going to be walked here in the 3rd. And that puts the young Alex Long on first base. And now to Cole Barr. So Barr makes his way to the plate and bat here again, and Barr is 0 for 1. He got out his first bat. Trying to make a play over perhaps. Pitch from Applegate. Barr coming here. Again, 1 away for the Huntsman. Thinking about bunt and called strike. So it's an 0-1 count. Pulls away, trying to get that bunt in. The 0-1 coming. Still thinking bunt. And this one is going to find its mark in a good spot for it. And that is going to be out at first base. Completes the play over for out number 2. However, it does its purpose as now runner on second base for Huntington. The next Barr over 2, but bit of an asterisk there on that last one. Back to Gabe Beardsley. Playing 2 straight innings here as Beardsley, and he struck out his last at-bat. Caught him swinging. Applegate coming up here and looking over at second. Long on second base. The bunt from Barr helped move him up. The 0-1 and calls time beforehand. Calls the time before the pitch. So getting this all sorted out. So Beardsley still batting here. Again, Beardsley, one of the seniors for Huntington. Looks in, and here's the pitch. And this one's going to be fouled off. Foul ball brings him down to an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 away for the Huntsman with Long on second base. And Applegate sends the sign, the 0-2, and gets a high one there on Beardsley, 1-2. Called ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The umpire says the scoreboard had it wrong, and going in for the pitch to Beardsley. Swung on a miss. And that was correct. He was indeed. There for a second, I thought it said one strike, but no. Score, there we go. Even Beardsley was a bit confused. So was I, and the way he was acting, the way everyone was acting. So I couldn't hear the umpire real well. They do signal it is 1 ball, 2 strikes still. It was 1-1 before, and now it's 1-2. And 2 outs here for Huntington. 2-2 count. Bottom half of the 3rd inning here at South Point. And the 2-2. Swung on and missed. And once again, Beardsley strikes out and in back-to-back innings. So we have played 3 innings here at South Point. The score is still Huntington 5, Manchester 1. And we'll be right back in just 1 minute on Total Media Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Locally owned and operated full-service print shop, Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Inman, Horner, and Ricketts scheduled to bat here in the 4th inning. The score, Huntington 5, Manchester 1. With Inman stepping in. Pitching, Braden Elliott. And the pitch coming with a 5-1 lead, fouled back. First offering there is fouled off to lead off the 4th inning. And boy, time has flew through these games. The first game seemed like it was blink and you miss it. And we're already here to the 4th inning and a 4-run lead for the Huntsmen. And there's strike 2. That one lands for Braden Elliott. So no balls, 2 strikes to Inman. Looking in here, get an 0-2 count. And the pitch. This one is going to be picked up by Elliott. Going to complete the play over to first base. And that is going to be out number 1. Gets it over to Smith. And that puts one away. The 1-3 connection. Now Horner, the pitcher, coming up to bat. He got a base hit his last at-bat. So he is 1 for 1. A former pitcher now, should I say, Horner, not pitching this one any longer. And this one is going to be ball 1. Look for the check there, 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 offering, and that one is going to find its mark. Looks like curveball, 1-1. So that leads to an even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here in the 4th for Manchester. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pitch coming from Elliott. And that's strike 3. And now number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Manchester. And that leads to Rickett with 2 away. Making quick work of the first 2 batters here. The Huntsman defense and pitch coming. And that is going to be strike 1 right in there for an 0-1 count. So 0-1, pitch coming. That's going to roll to the dirt. Ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. Elliott looking in, the 1-1 offering coming. And this one is going to be fouled up. 1-2. Conrickett swinging on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The foul ball. 2 away. Sun starting to shine bright in that outfield, by the way. 1-2. And it looks like can't quite scoop it up. The catcher going to make it over to first base and completes it to Smith. Lowry ended up scooping it up. Had a free play, but as normally happens, was out number 3. So, no runs produced for Manchester, and the score holds. Huntington 5, Manchester 1, with Huntington coming about in the bottom of the 4th here in just a minute on Total Media Sports.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Back here at South Point High School, 5-1 is the score. Huntington with the lead, and the Huntsmen coming back up to bat. So it's now to the top of the order. Seth Throckmorton, the initial leadoff hitter, going to lead off this frame, followed by McDonald and Jordan. First 3 batters coming back up to bat again. Throckmorton 1 for 1 with a walk. In bottom half of the 4th inning here in South Point. Couple games around the area. See if we can get some score updates as well here this evening. Various tournament contests taking place around the region. And we've got a couple. District final in Division 3 as Dover beat Miami Trace 5-1. Westfall falls to Unioto. SVC versus SVC falls to the gold ball winning team 4-1 over there. That's at Ohio University. Pitched by Applegate's going to be strike 1 to Throckmorton. Still no score yet on some of these games. Some have not completed. And we were talking about South Webster earlier, and they knocked off Fairfield by 10 runs, 11-1, in the Division 7 district semifinal. You know, one coming from Applegate, and that's going to be high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that's all we've got right now on the score update into things. We'll try to keep updated. Some games not quite finished. Then the Shack Lynchburg Clay plays in D5 action this evening. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's the count here to Seth Throckmorton. Huntington with a 4-run lead. And the pitch coming. This one is going to be fouled off. So it's going to be a 2-2 count. So I believe Southern closed that one out. So it should be South Webster and Southern Megs. To further upon the one we were just talking about a moment ago. We looked earlier and it was the bottom half of the 7th. The 2-2 offering to Seth Throckmorton, and that's fouled off. That one has since wrapped up, of course, because we checked back in the 1st inning. It's the 4th now, and I've never heard of a 7th inning go that long. And 2-2 to Throckmorton. And the offering by Applegate, swung on and missed. And that is going to be a strikeout. So Throckmorton strikes out, and next up is going to be Junior McDonald. So McDonald come back in here. He is 0 for 2, a 4-3 play and a strikeout. And yes, it does look like Southern won that. And it is going to be called ball. So he's South Webster and Southern in D7. 1 ball, no strikes. As McDonald steps off for a moment. And the 1-0 from Applegate to McDonald. And that one's going to be fouled off beyond the first baseline, looks like. So foul ball. One. 1 ball, 1 strike to McDonald with 1 away for the Huntsman. And there's going to be strike 2. That one lands in there, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 1 down. Sun starting to come down here, looks like. And the 1-2. And that's going to be high and maybe a little bit outside. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 count. And this one going to be grounded up. A little grounder going to be scooped up over by the pitcher there. That was thrown over to first base to Inman. And that one is going to be safe, I believe. Yes. McDonald safe there. I noticed by the commotion. And so McDonald is safe at first base. And he finally gets on. So 1 on for the Huntsman as Matt Jordan next up on the lineup.
Let's go, Matt. Jump on one here.
5-1 the score. 1 down, 1 on for the Huntsman. McDonald on first base. Throws back over to the bag, and he's safe. And the pitch coming to Matt Jordan. Here it is. And that is going to be high, ball 1. Just out of reach. 1 ball, no strikes. So with the 1-0 count, the pitch comes from Applegate. And that one's going to be high up in the dirt and pops up. And it looks like McDonald is going to make it on second as a result of a wild pitch. McDonald makes it on second base. So now it is 2 balls, no strikes to Matt Jordan. And this one is going to be low, ball 3. Hitters count, 3 balls, no strikes. As Applegate looks in, it's back. 3-0 offering, and gets that one to go. Strike 1, 3-1. Down the middle, 3 balls, 1 strike here to Matt Jordan, the senior. And the 3-1. Count is full. Jordan was hoping for the walk. They're saying it's in for strike 2. So that makes it a full count. The full count pitch coming momentarily from Applegate. 1 away for the Huntsman. Looks into Jordan, and that's going to be a low pitch and slides in safely on third base over there. It's going to be McDonald. So McDonald on third, Jordan on first. Runners on the corners here again. Out of Braden Elliott. 2 on. Elliott getting ready to bat again. So walk and also got on base. So he is 1 for 1 with a walk. Looking in. Ooh. Trying to get over there and slides on second. Wasn't the prettiest move, but he made it over to Matt Jordan. So Jordan is on second. McDonald still on third. And the pitch coming, that's high, and ducks down from that one. Ball 1. Now that the sun is starting to die down, the Temperature's starting to drop here a little bit. Starting to feel a light breeze through here. Coolest it's been all day. Still got some sunlight here, at least about maybe an hour at the most of it. And this one is going to be through the catcher's glove and slides in, and looks like McDonald's going to score. So now it is 6-1 Huntington. And there's another run brought in for the Huntsmen. First run since the second inning. So add another one to the board. Gets in there off of that messed up pitch. And pitch to Elliott. Ducks down again. Ball 2. These balls by Applegate. And his head look like incoming projectiles. 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one's going to be a grounder. Going to be picked up over the glove of the shortstop. And that's going to bring in another one. As looks like Jordan scores, and on base is Elliott. 7-1. Huntington racking up these runs here. Now a 6-run differential, 7-1 to score. Another red-hot inning for the Huntsmen. And going to go sliding into second. Got it. So Elliott is now on second base. You know, only 1 down here for the Huntsmen, so some breathing room. SBR2 indeed, Landon Lowry. Lowry showing bunt, sticking with it. And we called strike off that bunt attempt. So 0-1 is indeed the count. No balls, 1 strike. Lowry, this one is going to be fouled off. So no balls, 2 strikes after the foul ball. No 2 count. You know, only 1 out for the Huntsman. Elliott on second. And the pitch. And that is going to be ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to Lowry. And this is going to be strike called. And that's going to be out number 2. So Lowry strikes out. Not his first strikeout. Struck out for the second time here this evening. Now to Frankie Hirsch. 2 down. Again, runner on second base. And getting ready here. Applegate's pitch in a moment to Frankie Hirsch. Throws back over to second. All's good over there. It's safe. Elliott safe on the bag. And looking over again. Not getting that one off. Catch himself just in time. One wrong move and that could have been a balk. And the pitch to Hirsch. And trying to steal third. Slides over. Elliott, he has an opportunity to score, and it looks like he's going to do so. Braden Elliott comes in. 8-1. So now 7 runs separate both sides as Huntington leads 8-1 over Manchester. And the pitch coming. That is going to be ball one. One the count here to Hirsch. Pitch coming from Applegate. And that one going to be fouled out of play. 1-2. Hirsch batting here with Long waiting on deck. He never did readjust the out count on the scoreboard, but there are two down. And 1-2 from Applegate. And this one's going to be a grounder from third. He'll try to complete the play to first. Gets it over there to Inman for out number 3. Huntington bringing in a couple more runs, and the score is now Huntington 8, Manchester 1 as we head into the 5th inning, and we will be back in just a minute on Total Media Sports.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Eight to 1 to score here in South Point. Huntington with the lead over Manchester. The Greyhounds coming back here to bat. As Landon Doyle batting. It'll be Doyle, Hayslip, then Hildebrand. That's going to be called strike one. Doyle, if I'm reading this correctly, I believe he struck out his last at-bat. The 0-1 from Elliott. The at-bat's pouring in, so going off this rather than memory. 1-1 count. Top half of the 5th inning. Played 4 full innings here in South Point. And there's going to be called strike. 1-2. Because I do not believe that this field has lights. The sun continuing. Yeah, we got some sunlight left, but the 1-2 offering from Elliott. And that one's going to roll through and away. 2-2 to Doyle. Junior Landon Doyle for Manchester. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that's going to be high pitch. And full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Doyle is walked. And with Doyle on first base, make it to Parker Hayslip. Pitch from Elliott, swung on a miss. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 offering, and that one is going to be ball 1. Low pitch. One ball, 1 strike. The Hayslip. Pitch Pitch coming, and that is going to be called strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 0-2, Melly to Hayslip, trying to make the play back over to first. And nothing there on Doyle. Two balls, 2 strikes now after that. 2-2 the count. Hand pitch coming from Elliott. And that one's going to be a wild pitch, and Doyle is going to be on second base. Doyle makes his way over to second, and that does bring up a full count here to Hayslip. And Hildebrand, the initial leadoff hitter, waiting on deck. Full count pitch, and there's strike 3. 1 out for the Greyhounds. So now again to Hildebrand. There's Melly Hildebrand, swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike. After that pitch from Elliott. Applegate waiting on deck. The 0-1, thinking about the butt. Catches him on that one, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Looks in. Braden Elliott has him here. No balls, 2 strikes to Hildebrand. And there's strike 3. That is the second time Hildebrand struck out of 2 consecutive at-bats. So that's out number 2 of the inning. Making to Applegate, who is 0 for 2. Gotten out both at-bats. Elliott steps off the old time called here for a moment. 2 down in the 5th inning. Top half of the 5th. And the pitch. That is going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. One of Melly and Applegate, and that one's going to be fouled out of play. Brings up an even 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 count pitch coming, and that is going to be a high fly ball, and it is going to be cut out there. What a catch! He got it! I think that was Beardsley. Wow! Wow! Out number 3, and what a catch in the outfield that was. And this score is still Huntington 8, Manchester 1. As we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, what a catch, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Eight to 1 the score here. Huntington puts away the side, hit a convincing catch out there. 8-1 the score here in the bottom of the fifth inning. As we have reached 8 o'clock and not too far now from dark. Just trying to get this inning in at the very least. And Huntsman coming back up to deck. Again, bottom frame of the fifth inning. And that one is going to be ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Alex Long at the plate, followed by Barr and Beardsley. So the count here is 2 balls, no strikes, too long. And that is going to be ball 3. 3-0 the count here again, Barr on deck. And that is going to go down the middle, strike 1. Down the middle pitch here by Applegate, 3-1 the count. And the offering coming to Long. And that is going to be ball 4. As Long gets on first, Barr is up next. And he is walked. Quickly, ball 4. Goes back over to Barr, and he is safe at first. Barr at the plate. Beardsley waiting on deck. Be back to the bottom of the order after that. And this is going to be a wild pitch and telling Long to advance, and he makes his way to second off the pass ball. Long now on second. Applegate looks in again. Nobody out here. And I think that one right there, another one close to being called a balk. Seen that in the last inning as well. Some of the Huntington faithful wanting it, and you see the motion there, but nothing called on that. Didn't quite get it off. So, regardless, here to Barr, pitch coming, and that is going to be called strike. So no balls, 1 strike here. Looking to turn the back over to second. That's going to go through. It looks like Long could have made it over to third base, but he's going to stay at second. I think Manchester had that one read a little better than I anticipated. Slight overthrow there, an errant throw. And regardless of the situation, pitch coming, and this one's going to be fouled off. So it is no balls, 2 strikes. Again at the plate here, Cole Barr, designated hitter for the first baseman Smith. And the 0-2 to Barr, high pitch. Ball 1, ducks down on that one, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 coming in just a moment. Applegate's pitch. Gets the butt in on that one. That's going to roll ahead. Barr going to try to get over to first base. Doesn't matter. He is out, but it does its job as Long advances to third base. So gives himself up there, and Gabe Beardsley up to bat. First out of the inning here. They can afford that out. Another run around the corner if they can get him in. Pitch coming, and that is going to be high. Ball one. Beardsley is 0 for 2. Both at-bats for him strikeouts. 1-0. Beardsley pulls back, and there's called strike. 1-1. Thinking of that bunt. Make a good enough bunt, could advance a run home. And looking here, Beardsley still going for that bunt. There's going to be strike 2. So it looks like they are committing to that bunt play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking for the squeeze. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the operating Beardsley, and that's strike 3. His third at bat, and he strikes out once again. Beardsley struck out. Back to Throckmorton. Throckmorton, 1 for 2 with a walk. Batted in the 4th inning and got struck out, and there's strike 1. That one finds its mark there after the pitch from Applegate. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 offering, and that's going to be strike 2. Another one down the middle. To his credit, good pitch by Applegate. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. And that's going to be high up and fouled, and not going to be able to get that one. That one goes over the fence. No balls, 2 strikes still. Seth Throckmorton here. Long right now hanging at third. 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Pitch to Throckmorton, and that's ball 1. Just about outside. So 1-2. 1-2 offering coming here, and that is going to be ball 2. Even count, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Seth Throckmorton. Pitch coming, and that's fouled off. Thankfully, that fence is there protecting Sean, our camera guy, because had that fence not have been there, that one would have been going full speed ahead in his face. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, and that is going to be ball 3. Picked up by Barnhart, so can't make the run ahead, and it is going to be a full count. And the full count pitch. And this one is going to roll through, and I think he's going to be able to get on first base. He is, and a run going to score. 9-1, and a base hit and an RBI for Seth Throckmorton. And another one comes in, 9-1. Now to Junior McDonald, 9-1 score. Runner on first base. Huntington's looked impressive here in this district semifinal. Gets it back over to first to Throckmorton, who is safe in the bag. Over to first again, rolls through, but right on top of that. You had to get a pitch off here to McDonald, who is 1 for 3, swung on a miss, called strike. Turned around to catch him just in the nick of time with that swing. Was looking over at first. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1. That's going to be ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2 out. And this one going to be swung on. Going to go over to second. And looks like Throckmorton is safe. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seth Throckmorton makes it another base further. 2 outs and the pitch to McDonald. Swing and a miss. And that is out number 3. But Huntington able to produce another run here in the 5th inning. So the score heading into the 6th. Huntington 9, Manchester 1. And we will be back in just 1 minute on Total Media Sports.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Here in the 6th inning, the score, Huntington 9, Manchester 1. The Greyhounds coming to bat now. It's going to be Colvin, Barnhart, then Inman. Colvin with an RBI, also got walked. That was a double for him. So the 9-1 lead here for Huntington. Elliott's offering is going to be called strike 1 on Colvin. Do indeed have lights here at South Point. Was looking for them, and we got them. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch coming here, and that is going to be ball 1, I think. Yes. Delayed response there, and 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1, and that's going to be strike 2. That'll get him in the middle there. 1-2. Good pitch by Elliott. Comes back around. So has Colvin here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And pitch coming by Elliott, the 1-2, and that is going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, top half of the 6th inning. 9-1 the score, Huntington on top. 2-2, and that is going to be a full count. High pitch by Elliott. Full count. And the full count pitch, and that is going to be a walk. Not the first time Colvin's been walked here, and he has 2 walks on him tonight. Now to Barnhart. What was that match? Barnhart did get out off a fly ball. And the pitch to Barnhart is going to be high up in the air. And it looks like Elliott and catcher on top of that one. And that's going to drop. Can't quite get it. Foul ball. Drops everything to try to get that one. Cannot get it. So 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 offering from Elliott. 1-1. Close one there. Tight strike zone here. 1 ball, 1 strike. One throws it back over to first. They're safe. So again, it is a 1-1 count. And the pitch coming. This is going to be fouled out. 1-2. It goes downhill. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun coming down here in South Point. 1-2 count. No one down yet here in the inning for Manchester, the top of the 6th. The 1-2, and that is going to be ball 2. High and outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks in, pitch coming. Fouled off, keeps the hat back going. One on an hour and a half in this contest. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in here. And another foul ball out of play. Barnhart here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Pitch coming, looks in, and swung on and missed. And there's a strikeout. Elliott strikes another one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounted for strikeouts for Elliott, but that's far from official. Inman coming in with 1 away from Manchester. And the pitch from Elliott Inman, swing and a miss, strike 1. Catches Inman swinging. He's gotten out twice here, Inman has. No balls, 1 strike. 1 away, Elliott's pitch, the 0-1. And that gets in there for strike 2. Quickly here, 0-2 count. The 0-2 to Inman, fouled off. Gets a little bit of that one. No balls, 2 strikes. And with the sun continuing to come down, we're talking about it, the temperature continues to drop here. Oh, 2, pitch coming, and this one's going to get through and trying to make the play over. Fielder's choice a second, can't, and drops it. So now runners are going to be on as Inman makes his way on first. And moving up is going to be Colvin. So Colvin and Inman on second and first respectively. And now we're to Horner. 2 on base for the Huntsman. Situation that, for the Huntsman rather, for the Greyhounds from Manchester, and a situation that they've really not seen themselves in often with multiple runners on base. And the pitch. That's going to be strike 1. Gets it in there. You got only 1 out here in the inning thus far for Manchester. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it is a 1-1 count here. In 1 down, 2 on base for Manchester. Pitch coming from Elliott, and that's going to roll through. Wild pitch, and looks like going to move runners up. Colvin and Inman move up to third and second base. Time called here for a moment. And Braden Elliott's been out there a while pitching. Coach Carroll coming out here, John Carroll talking things out with Elliott. And I don't know if he's starting to get exhausted or if he just needs to calm down. Regardless, just talking things out here with Elliott and Huntsman. Getting things situated. Have only confined Manchester here to 1 out. One of the longest innings we've had thus far this evening. So regroups and Elliott sticking to it. And the 2-1 count again to Horner. Two balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Even count. 2-2. After the regroup, strike thrown there by Braden Elliott. Two, 1 away. And there is going to be a ball called. It looks like runner's going to score. Slides in to Colvin. 9-2. And the first run since the first inning for Manchester. Fixes up the turf there. Covers there in the batter's box. After that slide, it is a full count at the plate. So again, now 9-2 the score. Full count to Horner. Again, 1 away. Just gotta find something here. Been stuck in 1 out for a little while now. Full count pitch, fouled off. So into that foul, count holds full. Elliott bringing on full count pitch. That's going to be a walk. Horner is now in first. Runners on the corners for Manchester. 9-2 the score. And only 1 down. Should be to Rickett. Pitch here. Mr. Rickett's going to be strike 1.
2 more time, let's go.
No balls, 1 strike to Rickett. Pitch coming, and this is fouled off. 0-2. So down here, no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2, Rickett has struck out before in the 0-2, and that's going to be another one on him. Out number 2, and Elliott gets one into Rickett for strike 3. 2 down. Continuing through the lineup, now to Doyle. 2 down here in the 6th. Again, Manchester has brought in a run here in this inning. 9-2 the score in the top half of the 6th inning. Yeah, the pitch, and that is going to be ball 1. Close there, and apparently not within reach according to the blue at home plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Auto offering. Going to be popped over to Elliott. Elliott's got to complete the player to first base. Gets it over there to Smith for out number 3. Gets out of the inning, but that was a long one, and not before Manchester brings in another run. Their first since the first inning. So the score now heading into the bottom half of the 6th, and after 5.5 played, the score is Huntington 9, Manchester 2, and we'll be back in just a moment on Total Media Sports.
Locally owned and operated full-service print shop, Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Here in the bottom of the 6th inning with Huntington coming to bat. 9-2 the score, Huntington with the lead. Continuing to go through here, and Manchester able to bring in a run in the 6th inning. It's been a little while since they were able to bring one in. And for Huntington, we made it here to Jordan. So batting down for the Huntsman is Jordan, then Elliott, then Lowry. Now got up. Jordan, Elliott, Lowry again. Matt Jordan coming up. And the pitch coming. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Applegate catches him swinging. Gets the cut there. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 from Applegate. This one is going to be a high fly ball towards way deep center field. And that one is going to drop. And that's going to be all the way back near the fence. And Matt Jordan gets a stand-up double. Jordan makes it all the way to second base. Jordan to second. And now we're to Braden Elliott. With Jordan on second base, no one out after that big hit. Applegate looks in, the pitch to Lowry. That's pretty close, ball 1. Mean to Elliott, my bad. 1-0. 1 balls, no strikes. Pitch coming high and away, and Jordan is going to stand up and go to third base off the pass ball. So 2 balls, no strikes here.
Go, your count. Your count. Coming at your head or coming down the
2 balls, no strikes to Braden Elliott. And the pitch. That's going to be ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Pitch coming. And that's going to be strike 1. Elliott stuck here at the plate. The umpire calls that one strike. 3-1. Three 1 pitch, and that is going to drop low, and it is going to be ball 4. Elliott walks and runners on the corners. Elliott on first, Jordan on third. As Landon Lowry steps up to the plate. 9-2. The pitch coming here to Lowry. That's going to be strike one. Down the middle. No balls, one strike. A 1 in the 6. And they get it over to first to Elliott. He's safe. The 0-1. That's going to be ball one, 1-1. They do take back some no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 after the reel, and that one is going to be grounded. The shortstop going to make a double play attempt here, and over first, and he is going to be safe. The run scores 10-2. Out at second, can't quite complete the play or to first, so Lowry makes it on, and Matt Jordan scores. So it is 10-2, despite the scoreboard saying 9-2. And Coach Carroll coming up here. Sutton, just talking things over with looking up the scoreboard keeper. And regardless, not changing it. Pitch coming. Now it's going to be a curveball outside. One ball, no strikes, and looked like from this angle Jordan had scored, but maybe he was out. But now one down. I don't know. This is confusing me. Bunted out, and this is going to be fouled off. And then they put it up. I was wondering what took so long. So make sure I caught that right because I was so focused right into the book as well. So it is 10-2. They put it in finally. It took a second to put that one up. I was wondering what the delay was all about as Frankie Hirsch comes to bat. One down. Pitch to Hirsch, thinking bunt, pulls back, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 10-2 with a 1-2 score, 1-2 count, should I say. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and that is going to move runners up to second.
Leave it up to yourself now.
2-2. Frankie Hirsch here, 2-2. And 2-2, low pitch, full count. Runner on second base. An 8-run differential. Boy, here high up. And that is going to be ball 4. Hirsch walks. Alex Long. Only 1 out here. This 6th inning been the longest one to date. If you count both the top and bottom house. Looks in, the pitch here from Applegate to Long is going to be low, ball 1. Wonder how long it's going to be before they come up and talk things over with Applegate. 1 ball, no strikes. 10-2 score. 1-0 throws it over to second, is safe. Able to hold on the bag. Long here, 1-0, and that's going to be called strike one. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The sun has almost completely went down as we are past 8:30, going on 9 o'clock. Slides back in second, rolls through, but stays there on base. So 1-1 the count. One, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1. It's going to be ball 3. A walk wouldn't make the bases loaded here for Huntington. Barr waiting on deck if needed. And pitch coming. And that's ball 4. Bases are loaded. So long walks. Cole Barr coming up, DH. Beardsley on deck. And as predicted, talking things over here with Applegate. With the bases full, trying to keep Applegate calm perhaps. So 1 out here, only 1 out. It's been only 1 out here in this portion of the inning for quite some time. And I think we're about to see ourselves another pitching change for Manchester, and we are. So the Greyhounds bringing another one up and pitching now. Have to situate that. I don't think it's Barnhart. So what we're going to do here is they warm up a new pitcher. Let's see if I got him over here, because got their entire roster. I don't see a number 21 on here unless I'm just completely forgetting somebody. And the pitch here, pitching change. It's Rickett. Rickett. So Rickett is coming in, pitching change. A little rusty with the numbers. So Braylon Rickett coming in now to pitch. This is the 3rd pitcher of the game for Manchester. What we're going to do is while he warms up, we're going to take a 30-second break and be back in just 30 on Total Media Sports.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Change where Rickett is now pitching for Manchester. Cole Barr coming up. 1 down for the Huntsmen here in the 6th inning. 10-2 the score. Bases loaded for Huntington. And the pitch to Cole Barr. The DH is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch again from Rickett to Barr. And this one is going to be fouled off. 0-2 goes for the bunt play and fouls it out. Foul could have brought in another run if was fair. Trying to get it to play right. No balls, 2 strikes. Rickett looking at the pitch, still thinking about the bunt. Low pitch, ball 1. So 1-2. And pitch. Take it here, and it's going to be another foul bunt. So the count here to Cole Barr is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Gabe Beardsley waiting on deck. .840 the time. As Coach Carroll talking things over with home plate umpire. 37 for 3, so make a note up there of that. So sub hitter. Make sure I catch this up. So this is Sean Davis. 2 down and pitch to Davis. We'll put him in the book. His first at bat of the evening. One ball, no strikes. Man, the pitch to Davis going to be low and ball 2. So Rickett here in a predicament for Manchester. 2 balls, no strikes. And a pitch. And that one gets in for strike 1. And pitch to Davis. And that's going to be a wild one, and that is going to bring a runner home. Slides in. 11-2. Safe at the plate. So runners on third and second. And, well, 2 down, but then 1. If another run somehow scores, this one will be over in the 6th. 3-1 count. Sean Davis, the pitch by Ricky to Davis, and that is going to be ball 4. And bases once again loaded. So now to Seth Throckmorton. Beardsley doesn't bat. He already struck out 3 times, of course, and that's who Sean Davis came in place of. And Reader. Now to Seth Throckmorton to the top of the order. All Throckmorton needs is an RBI if he can get it. Ricketts pitch to Throckmorton. He's going to be strike 1. Gets in the middle. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Throckmorton, and that is going to be ball 1. 1-1. So Rickett here, 1-1, 2 down, bases loaded for Huntington. One and foul ball. One, 2. Just need to get a run and it would be a mercy rule. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 11-2 score. Seth Throckmorton coming back in. 1-2 the pitch, and that's going to be ball 2, low pitch. 2-2. And 2-2 count. And this one's going to go through, and maybe not. No. Out number 3, and 11-2 is the score as we head into the 7th inning. So the score is going to hold at Huntington 11, Manchester 2, and we'll be back in a moment on Total Media Sports.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
And we have played 6 full here at South Point. And last call for Manchester. 11-2 score. Huntington with the lead. As Huntington is 3 outs away from the district finals. Hayslip, Hildebrand, and Applegate slated to bat here. Pitch here from Elliott, and that is going to be ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to Hayslip. See those lights shining bright down here on us. So you got the field lights on, and this one's going to roll through. It's going to be fouled off, though they say it didn't go far enough. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evens out the count to Hayslip. So again, nobody out here. Top half of the 7th inning, maybe the only half we see here in the 7th. 1-1 from Elliott, and that is going to be called strike 2. Hammond gets in there to Hayslip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Now it's going to roll through. Ball 2, 2-2. Low and away pitch there by Elliott. Evens out the count again. And the pitch, 2-2, and this is going to be fouled. Going on 2 hours for this one. Comparison to the first contest, which barely surpassed the 1 hour mark. Tale of 2 games here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Elliott here to Hayslip. And drops right in the curveball. Strike 3. There's 1 down. Hayslip is out. Now to Hildebrand. 1 away for Manchester. Call quick time as Coach Carroll coming out. I don't know at this point. It looks like they do have relief coming out. And it might have something to do with the pitch count maxing out as well. Because he's thrown quite a few. So I think he's maxed out. And they are bringing out Andrew Oyer. We're just talking about every game I've seen here for Huntington this season. Oyer, the starting pitcher, here tonight in relief. 1 down, and Oyer's going to take a second to warm up. And while Andrew Oyer gets ready to close this one out here for Huntington, he's going to warm up, and we're going to take 30 seconds and be right back here in just a moment after this break on Total Media Sports.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
11-2 the score here. Andrew Oyer coming in as relief pitcher here for Braden Elliott, who's maxed out. 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning for Manchester, with Hildebrand batting for the Greyhounds. Just warmed up here. Oh, you're not far behind in many categories statistically from Elliott. Good pitching core around the board for the Huntsman. One of the more solid units around the board for the SEC. Again, you see here the sun's almost completely dark out. Still just a slither of daylight, but the field lights here. 7 divisions now. You got to find venues to play at. South Point with the lights, I mean, the distance is the only problem, but the lights here on turf field make a difference. And this is going to be a liner to make the player to first if they can, and this is going to be out number 2, and that's pulled in by Elliott, who's moved over to first base for the second out. Another place Elliott sees a lot of time, and he gets to play over there. 2 down, 1 to go as Applegate comes up. As Applegate steps up. This is up to Hillier now to close this one out for Huntington. The pitch here to Applegate, fouled off. No on the count. As Applegate gets that foul ball, and it goes back to the gate. No ball, 1 strike. 2 away again here in the 7th. 1 out away from the district finals for Huntington. 0-1, and that pitch not within reach. Ball 1. Call quick time here, regrouping over with Hillier at the hill. Talking things out just for a moment. Just a matter of getting this one closed out. A 9-run deficit with Huntington on top. One Applegate. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Hillier. And that one is going to fall through the glove and going to be low to boot. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two on offering and ready to come here from Hillier to Applegate. Got him swinging on that. 2-2. Bit of a low pitch. Applegate trying to go with the swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So here looks in. Time called by Applegate. Two and 2. Pitch coming. And that is going to be ball 3. Full count. So now count is full to Applegate. They're saying it's outside. 3-2. And right here, full count pitch from Hillier to Applegate. And that is going to be strike 3. And that is it. And the next stop for the Huntsmen, the district finals. Huntington wins 11-2 and will take on Eastern Megs at VA Memorial Stadium. They close this one out. Season comes to the end for the Manchester Greyhounds, but still rolling here are the Huntington Huntsmen. So congratulations to Coach Chad Carroll and these Huntington Huntsmen. Very senior heavy team, and their season not over yet. Again, next stop for them, VA Memorial Stadium with the district title on the line against Eastern Megs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take just a quick break, and then we'll come back and wrap this one up. So keep it right here on Total Media Sports. Back in a moment.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and now Pure Rock 98.7 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and Porter's Place featuring me, Porterhouse, comedian Jay Stein, the funny guy, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105, Pure Rock 99.5, and Pure Rock 98.7. Turn it up.
Welcome back to Total Media Sports on YouTube.
Hayden Milliken back here with you, 11-2, the final score. And the Huntington Huntsmen here in South Point High School have knocked off the Manchester Greyhounds and will move on to VA Memorial Stadium to take on the Eastern Megs Eagles. So congratulations again to Coach Chad Carroll and the Huntington Huntsmen. Great hitting performance here tonight. Came awfully close to a mercy run rule, but either way, Huntington comes away with a big win here tonight, and again, we'll take on Eastern Megs this coming Saturday at 4 o'clock. So remember that if you're local, 4 o'clock at VA Memorial Stadium. So in the meantime, that's going to do it here for us tonight at South Point. We've had a long day here between two games. So the final score, Huntington 11, Manchester 2. So for Sean Schumacher and my stream operator, Wyatt Martin, this is Hayden Milliken saying good night and God bless.
That's a wrap from South Point